John Gotti, life in prison, no chance of parole. We've seen arrests and prosecutions in Florida and elsewhere of top mob figures.
What are you doing? Put that back.
Oh, fine.
Into the first round. Mosley, not yet. Working to establish.
What's the situation on the ground today, right now, in the mob?
Confusion, instability, vacuum at the top.
What caused the decline?
Your sister's ass.
An aggressive government policy over 2 decades to behead the crime families.
But wasn't it, at least in part, a disregard within the mob itself of the rules that served the old dons so well?
The shoe fits.
No doubt.
So, cheer me up, babe.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? Zappuccino. Fucking spitting image.
Vincent Rizzo,
Yes.
former soldier in the Genovese family, government witness turned best-selling author. Do you agree with U.S. Attorney Braun?
The party's over.
He is a wise guy. Please elaborate.
Well, it's not like it was.
Cloning.
Mexicans are huge in that,
Fascinating, gotta admit it.
because they work as parking valets.
I mean, now, do I mean that organized crime is just going to pack its bags voluntarily and go the way of the dodo bird?
Vincent, they're not going away. The dodo bird, the heads.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Mexicans.
Well, what about them?
Cell phones.
I'm not talking about cloning cell phones. Jesus, I'm talking about fucking sheep. Science.
I tell my kids, only God can make a life.
Guy here asks, what if they had clone princes die?
But you know, the heyday, you know, the golden age, or whatever of the mob, that's gone. And that's never coming back. And they have only themselves to blame.
Ah, fanabla.
What happened?
They paid us caqueron by the word.
I think it's drug trafficking.
Oh.
And I think that ruined everything. You're looking at a mandatory 35 to life in prison. The guys started to rat on each other just so they could avoid prosecution.
What about
Talking about
drug
that princess died.
I'll be honest with you, okay? I
Think the royal family had her whacked.
This time I take a fucking limo to Paris.
Like you were ever in Paris, Paulie.
I went over for a blowjob. Your mother was working the bonbon concession at the Eiffel Tower. So, did you hear what I told him? Told him I went over for a blowjob. Your mother was working the bonbon concession at the Eiffel Tower.
I got a list of people long as my leg I would want cloned.
The fucking mayor of New York, that's the guy least likely to get cloned.
So the code of silence or the omerta or whatever you want to call it just went by the boards.
You're always going to have organized crime. Always. As long as the human being has certain appetites for gambling, pornography, or whatever, someone's always going to surface to serve these needs. Always. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.